Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm the Gentleman, and this is the Gentleman's Pixel Club, and thank you for tuning into this video. This video is not mad ass, it's actually mad nurse. You can't see the N and the U from what is being shown behind me, but this was the loading screen for the Commodore 64, and we are going to be playing this on the Commodore 64, but recreated on the MiSTer FPGA. This is a fun little game. Mad Nurse was written by Simon Pick. I do not know of any of other games he did, but this was a great little one to be playing. We are going to play this on normal level, because if you start on easy level, you start on level 1, where normal level brings you in on level 9. The level 1 to 8 is just way too easy, and these are represented by ward numbers. So this is ward 9 as you see, and we're entering at our pearl. The object of this game is to save the babies. The babies are stupid, the babies haven't been taught what is good, what is bad, and they are on a mission to harm themselves, and they can do this by drinking medicine that randomly spawns. They can touch plugs, they can fall down lift shafts, they can interact with the toilet, lots of things that they can do. And we have one weapon of defense, which is gas. What you see on the screen at the moment is when you fire off gas, the babies pause. We effectively gas the babies, and by gassing the babies, they turn green for a moment and they can't do anything. This gives you an opportunity to pick up the little buggers and put them where they should go. But they escape. The one on the ground floor, as you can see, has popped out his cot and is hurrying towards the plugs, and we're going to take him and put him with the other babies. What I'm doing here is taking him up to the top floor to drop him into the cot, so that if any of us popped out, they would be nearby. So we then finish level 9, which was our level 1, and go to wall 10, and it's basically rinse and repeat. You have an oncoming stream, an oncoming torrent of babies, which is indicated by the baby counter at the bottom of the screen, and these are the amount that you have to have safely all in their cots for the screen to clear. I did play this on the ZX Spectrum. As I say, that used to be my system of choice, but the Commodore version was just so much better. And I think it's not the richness of colours, because the Commodore had very browny type colours. Everything had a brown hue to it, but it was much better than the monochrome system of the day back then. However, when doing my research, I was a little bit confused for this game. I actually found a version of it that when you look at the screen, it looks very much like Pyjamarama. And if you don't know Pyjamarama, that was a game by Microgem, which was very colourful, very pretty, but it turned, alas, I wasn't having a brain hemorrhage or anything else like this. This actually wasn't a Spectrum game, but it was a PC remake, and it's one that I will have a look at in the future. But you've just seen a baby die there, go green. So he got to a medicine bottle, and your problem there is the medicine bottles randomly spawn on the screen, and that bottle spawned at the same time as the baby did. The baby hit it, and in this case he decided to pick it up. And down at the bottom of the screen, you may have seen a baby flash while I'm trying to put this one in the cot. That's because he touched the plugs. And this game gets hard. Another one's got to touch the plug there, and I've been fired. This game gets hard because it's not long before the torrent of babies, just fills the screen, and the hospital wards, I believe, are random in what they have and what positions everything is, and you've got to be lucky to have maybe a safe zone for them, with the plugs all the way to the right, but there's always something getting in the way, even if it's not for the poison bottles. But no, this is a brilliant little game. I have some difficulty as we progress through the gameplay that I'm playing at the moment. Something happens that I don't quite expect, and I think it was on this level. I call it out as soon as it happens if it is on this particular point, and it made everything a little bit more challenging. The controls, to my knowledge, to my memory, are basically move left and right to control your nurse. You can pick up and drop the babies using up and down, and when in a lift you can use the up and down controls to take the lift up and down, and fire does the gas. I've got a stream of babies coming along the bottom, so I really need to get my butt down there to actually do something about them. You know, that one is absolutely heading to the plug, so I've gassed the babies to hopefully go and pick him up and put him safely away. Of course, I've got to pick him up without dropping him like I did, and then the little guy bounds out the cot. You know, this just repeats and repeats and gets harder and harder. So I'm taking him back up to the next level to put him in a cot there, and I've gassed them again to stop them moving because the baby's on the top left is by the medicine, but fortunately I collected the medicine as he got to the medicine. But then I jumped to my death. I didn't notice this before I jumped to my death, but the lift had moved. Why? I don't know, and I don't remember the lift moving in the past, but the lift had absolutely moved of its own accord down to the middle floor, and I have no idea how to bring it up. You'll see me in this level firing off what looks like lots of gas for no particular reason. It's because I'm like pressing the gas button when the lift does move out of place again to try and bring it up. You know, is it down and fire, up and fire, something like that. Actually, it's on this level I do this because the lift does exactly the same trick again, and I say I absolutely didn't remember it doing that, but you know, it can kill gameplay for you. You know, I even muck about pushing fire by what looks like the light switches on the wall to see whether they do anything, but to no avail could I get these lifts to move again. So when it does happen, you can guarantee it's going to be life lost, but at least it's one of my lives lost rather than a baby. Bit concerned about the middle level here, but nothing I can do. Pressing the gas to collect the babies to try and control the lift, and you know, it's not going to be long before one has the medicine like it did then, and unfortunately another baby has lost its life. But I can't do anything here. You know, I'm pressing up, down with the fire button. All that does is continually gas the babies on not my never-ending supply of gas, but every level you complete it seems to add a further free gas. It might be a little bit more challenging if they'd taken the lift mechanic out the game and they had introduced less gas. But Kathy has been fired as well, so we're on to nurse number 4. This is Tracy Toe Tickler. So God forbid what she got up to with her patients. We don't even want to be thinking about that. And she's going to try and rescue 6 babies. 5 babies now. You have the counter on the screen, as I say, on the bottom left. This shows you how many babies are due to be in the screen, and I was very fortunate there where they were spawning in the middle and I had a bed that I could just put them straight into. We're going to take this guy away from that floor, and look, I just dropped him by the edge and he fell down the lift, and then the lift shaft moved. So, you know, this game is now stuck. Again, I cannot control the lift, and I jumped to my death. So, all my nurses have been fired. It's game over. A reasonable score, and I do like the high score entry, the way you do this. And you'll see me put in the Pixel Club here. You know, it's quite unique the way that she walks along. I have to go back and change the N to an E, but nice little touch there. I just wish I could control the lift. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. A short video this time, but a little bit of gameplay of Mad Nurse by Simon Pigg. If you enjoyed the channel, feel free to give it a like and subscribe if you feel these videos are for you. If not, thank you for watching nevertheless, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Goodbye.